driven by Karens and soccer moms and boomers, then you might find yourself actually enjoying it.
2003 Chrysler Town Country LXi. Ah yes, here we go again with another Daimler Chrysler product, and this time around for another episode of CaReviews Season 3, Honey, I Shrunk the Car Company, we have none other than Chrysler's bread and butter van, the Town & Country. I'm going to ruin the stigma about minivans here in the United States once and for all. But before we do that, it's history time! Long before crossovers and SUVs flocked the cities and suburbs of America, minivans roamed free and dominated the family car market. This minivan renaissance began initially with the Dodge Caravan being introduced in 1984, with Chrysler's Town & Country model being first introduced in 1990. 3 generations later, and here we have the 4th generation Town & Country being produced from model years 2001 through 2007, sharing the same RS platform with the Dodge Caravan, Grand Caravan, and Chrysler Voyager. The Town & Country is arguably the best iteration of the bunch. These models were offered with 3 powertrain options: a 2.4-liter EDZ 4-cylinder, a 3.3 EGA V6, or a 3.8 EGH V6 engine, and a 4-speed ultra-drive automatic transmission. I'll go more into detail later about the engine in this Town & Country, because most people would rather hear the boring stuff first and get the good stuff afterwards. Even though this was when Mercedes and Chrysler were married when this van was being created, there is hardly any German influence on the designing and engineering of this van, which is mildly reassuring, I guess. 2003 Chrysler Town & Country LXi, the official car for In God We Trust license plates and high-functioning Xanax moms. The person who drives this car commonly says things like, "It's not the taste, it's the texture," and "Let's take a silly one" at their cousin's bridal shower photo shoot. Chrysler Town & Country, the official car for the psychopaths who actually put their Pop-Tarts in the toaster. Chrysler Town & Country, sponsored by people who routinely calls their daily a workhorse, but neither works nor has ever ridden a horse. Chrysler Town & Country, brought to you by someone that goes to Red Lobster and orders chicken tenders. Town & Country, the official car for people who frequently have a mustard stain on their shirt and still thinks nobody notices. They think the 4 for $4 deal at Wendy's is a ripoff, and think Treat Yourself is going to Cracker Barrel. The only thing that is more American than this car is the McDonald's dollar menu. Who names a minivan Town & Country, one might ask? The same people who thought Wrangler, Patriot, Liberty, Caravan, Voyager, Journey, Dart, Commander, Stratus, Concorde, Sebring, and Pacifica were suitable names for automobiles. 2003 Chrysler Town & Country LXi, for the people who get collection calls for overdue library books they've never actually read. This is also for the types of people who wear pajama pants to Walmart and put those obnoxious bows on their children's hair. "Oh look honey, I got you a present. It's called principal compound interest on your child support payments." Chrysler Town & Country, the official car for people who think drinking from the garden hose as a kid is a personality trait and post "throw me to the wolves and I'll return leading the pack" on Facebook. So, this is a 2003 Chrysler Town & Country LXi, and is powered by Chrysler's 3.8-liter EGH V6 engine, the same engine that is found in the 2007 to 2011 Jeep Wrangler JK, 2009 to 2010 Volkswagen Routan, and the majority of 1994 to 2010 Chrysler minivans. It makes 215 horsepower and 245 foot-pounds of torque, and is mated to a 4-speed slush box. Gas mileage for this powertrain ranges from 18 city and 25 highway miles per gallon, which is roughly low 20s in average driving. The towing capacity ranges from 3,500 to 3,800 pounds, but seriously, what the hell are you towing with this? A John boat? A small camper? You and your 7 kids from 3 different fathers? When this minivan was new, it retailed for $34,235, which, adjusted for inflation in 2021, this was a $48,936 minivan. Standard features include 4-wheel anti-lock disc brakes, traction control, an alarm system, vehicle anti-theft system, and automatic soft-close sliding doors, which was pretty par for the course in 2003. You also have leather upholstered seats throughout the interior, second-row captain chairs, and some questionable wood-themed trim in a few areas. So, What is this 7-passenger front-wheel drive Karen Mobile like to drive in 2021? This might shock some people, but in all honesty, this minivan actually drives really well. Yes, Honda and Toyota have more powerful V6 engines, but this thing feels like it's supposed to be a Lone Star highway cruiser. It drives like a regular car, except you sit up high like an SUV, and have enough room between you and the tailgate to haul all of the Brady Bunch, Barnum and Bailey Circus, and the Globetrotters. I guess they called this the Town and Country because that's probably where you are most likely to see it, but having a trim level dubbed LXi is kind of strange for the second to upscale trim. Either way, don't expect to beat anybody in stoplight drag races with this thing because, well, it weighs a little over 4,100 pounds, and the powertrain can't handle the same demand like a Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna can. But the ride quality is sufficient, and the seats are a lot more forgiving than some of the competitors' offerings. The overall build quality, though, of this car is pretty abysmal. Random trim comes apart, there's more panel gaps in here than a 1980s ship box, and the carpet seems to accumulate more stains than the average hemorrhoid sufferer has. I mean, if your baseline for quality just so happens to be budget American interiors, then you'll feel right at home in here. There is one thing this minivan offers, though, that all of the other brands still struggle with to this day, and that's brand recognition. Yes, Honda, Toyota, Kia, and Nissan make way better minivans, but here in America, when you say the word minivan, I guarantee you a Chrysler van is what comes to mind first. Whether it's a Dodge, Plymouth, or a Chrysler, these rolling bread boxes are what helped build and shape the United States in the 1980s and 1990s, long before the SUVs and trucks dominated the market. Yes, nowadays they don't have the same curb appeal as they used to, but nostalgia sure is one hell of a drug, and this car brings it all back. A time where America was fueled by economic growth, decline, war, anthrax, and the golden age of technology. My oh my, what a time to be alive. 2003 Chrysler Town & Country LXi. For the types of people who think going out for Mexican is going to Taco Bell. It's the chariot of choice for people who pay parking tickets with a huge bag of pennies because that's sticking it to the man! Boomers love this car, especially ones who get heated at bingo night. Their hangout spots typically revolve around the American Legion or the local gas station parking lot because that's the only areas of town where they see the most action happening. At the end of the day, this isn't a bad car, but it isn't necessarily a good one either. But here one is, still trucking along with almost 250,000 miles on it, which is honestly pretty impressive. 2003 Chrysler Town & Country LXi. If you happen to buy one of these American multi-purpose vehicles, just slap in a Nickelback album and pull out a glass of Hawaiian Punch because you're in for a magic carpet ride. As always, have a Merry Chrysler, Happy Honda Days, and enjoy your Toyota-thon from yours truly, Mr. Car Review. I'll see y'all next time.